Welcome all to today's episode of the James Wise Magic Review. Let's get started on today's review, which is Volume 1 of Dangerous by Daniel Madison. Okay, on this DVD, you are taught 11 different magic effects. Each one has like an in-studio performance or a live performance. The live performances are pretty crazy. I will say that if you are watching this and you're watching it's a performance, a live performance, turn the TV down because one, the people he's performing for, it's like a kind of like a party or whatever. I think they're drunk, so they're really loud when they react to these things, and I feel sorry for the microphone sound guy because, man, that's gotta hurt. Because I mean, I'm just through the TV, it just hurts. Number one is a trick called Bad Influence. Bad Influence is kind of it takes a basic trick that a lot of beginner magicians learn to a whole new level. It does basically what you do is you hand a deck of cards to someone. They can even shuffle it up if they want, and you tell them to spread through the cards, face down of course, and try to find, say, like the 10 of clubs or whatever card you want to yell out. You say try to find 10 of clubs, but don't look at the card. Just try to find what the 10 of clubs is without actually having to look at the card. Sorry, that was my fun. And then next you pass it down to another person. You say try to find the 6 of hearts or whatever card. They try to find the 6 of hearts. You pass it to the third person, and you try to find the 2 of diamonds or whatever card, and they would try to find 2 diamonds. And when you have all 3 cards, you can do this with more than 1 people, but he teaches it if you're going to do it to 3 people. And you reveal all 3 cards to be the exact same 10 of clubs, 2 diamonds, or whatever the cards were. I forgot the word, but whatever the cards that you call out, they match exactly to the ones each spectator had chosen. And I've done this effect a lot of times, and it's gotten amazing reactions. No one sees that coming. No one understands how it works. It's a really good effect, and it takes a classic principle that we all learn as when we start off, and just takes it to a whole new level with a different kind of presentation to it. Okay, the next trick on the DVD is called Aces. Now, to be honest with you, this is not really my type of, this is not really my style, because it's basically a way to get produce 4 aces in a very flashy way. Not like, it's kind of like, doing like a flourish to produce 4 aces or whatever, but this is presented more as like a trick. You hand the deck out to be shuffled. You shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. You say, even though you shuffle the deck, I know exactly where every ace is in the deck. And you start flourishing and stuff, and you're able to find all 4 aces. You could present that just as a trick as in itself, or it's just a way to produce 4 aces to get into other effects. I personally don't really like it because I have plenty of other 4-card productions that are much easier and a lot more impressive looking. As far as actual trick, it's not really, I don't really find it all that impressive. I'm just like, cool, because my personal style is, if you're gonna really do magic, you shouldn't have to do this to find someone's card, because this is not natural. If someone's gonna think of it, someone having like a sorcerer, someone who literally has magical powers, they would just, if they're gonna make something appear, they go whoosh, and there it is. They don't do whoosh, here it is, So that's just my personal style. So it's not really my kind of effect, but if you're into those kind of things, kind of the flourishy type deals, you'll like this one. Alright, so the next effect on the DVD is called Angle Zero. This is probably the sole reason why any of you would ever buy this DVD, just for this one trick, because Angle Zero is a reputation maker. It's so easy, yet so effective. Basically, you tell a spectator to select a card from the deck, and you get rid of the deck, you don't need it, and then you rip off the corner of the card. You hand the rest of the card to the spectator, and with no moves whatsoever, you're able to make the corner you just ripped off completely vanish. You're not palming it in any weird way to make it look like it vanished. It really vanished. You can check out your hands. You can do this with no sleeves, no gimmick, no nothing. You make the piece vanish instantly. And the greatest part is that you can make that piece reappear literally anywhere you want. Anywhere you want. The sky's the limit, probably even further than that. I've done it everywhere. I typically do it just like, somewhere like across the room, somewhere that is nowhere possible I could have gone over there or anything like that. That usually gets an amazing reaction. One time I did make the piece appear on a spectator's belt, and no, that person was not a stooge. I literally made the piece corner appear on a spectator's belt. That get an amazing reaction, and it's really just living it to your imagination. I saw someone do like a time travel presentation about it, and it was really cool. So this is probably the sole reason why people get this Dangerous DVD, because of this effect. It is amazing, so I highly recommend this effect. Okay, the next one is called Catch. Now, to be honest with you, I'm not a fan of this at all. It's another one of these find your card kind of things, Spectator selects a card, you get like 2 mates or whatever, and then you're able to catch the card in the midair and all that stuff while doing this. I don't like to do flourishes for a magic trick. I'll do a flourish in the start of a magic trick to produce a certain card or whatever, but I don't like to do flourishes as the actual method, because that's not magical at all. And that's basically what this is. It's not really impressive at all, at least in my opinion. Alright, the next one is Half Vanish. Half Vanish is a very clever way to produce, or to vanish a card and make it reappear in between 2 mates. It's really cool. It's very visual, and it's all done in sleight of hand. It's really awesome. Go check it out. The next one is Heritage. Heritage is probably one of my second favorite effects on this DVD. Is the way Daniel presents it is there's 5 cards from a poker hand, but I only have 4 cards right now. I am missing 1 card, and the 1 card I need is in the deck somewhere. And the spectator is going to try. That's my phone again. Sorry about that. The spectator is going to try to randomly just deal out a card, and hopefully the card that they select is the 1 card that they need to complete the poker hand. It's really good, and you will see. I don't know if I'm describing it enough to make it sound impressive, but if you just watch the performance, everyone gets floored, and it's another one of those turn your TV down type things, because it hurts the microphones and speakers and all that stuff, and hurts your ears. But it's a really awesome effect. It's probably one of my favorites, and really highly recommended. The next one is Lapse. Lapse is, to be honest with you, it's a neat idea, but too much happens. And it's basically a whole routine where 2 cards transpose with each other over and over again. To be honest with you, just too much happens. It's too fast. It's too much is happening. At first, I fooled probably. Well, I shouldn't say fooled. I impressed probably about 30% of the people who performed it to. The other 70% of people didn't really understand what happened, It was, so at first I thought it was just, it's me, I'm doing it too fast. I slowed it way the hell down, and then probably about 40% of people understood what happened, and the other 60% people were still, they still had no idea what was going on. And it's just too much. Too much is happening. It's a neat kind of, it's fun to practice, but unfortunately I just haven't gotten any use out of it, because there's just way too much happening for the spectator to figure out exactly which places was what's going on. It just confuses the audience. That's the problem I have with it. Hopefully I can think of a really good presentation or a way to change it up a bit to fit my style, but I haven't found that yet. Okay, the next one is called Focus. Focus is a really cool and very visual way to either make a card vanish or make a card transpose. Basically, just show the deck with a face on it, and with just a shake, you can make it vanish or appear in your pocket or whatever. It's really, really cool. Looks really awesome. Go check it out. Role play. We all like role playing. I know that. This is probably one of my go-to effects where I'm kind of in a hurry or something like that, or just to kind of create a quick buzz. It's very straightforward. I do it all the time. Spectator selects a card, places it back in the deck. The deck is shuffled a whole bunch, and it's the way Daniel Madison presents it as the spectator is going to become a magician, and the magician is going to become a spectator. Switch places, you know. So the deck is handed to the spectator, and the magician selects a card as if he was a spectator, looks at it, and memorizes all that stuff, and they switch back again. Magician becomes magician, spectator becomes spectator, and magician asks, "What was the card that you picked?" And it just coincidentally turned out to be the exact same card that the magician chose. Spectator chooses a card, magician chooses the exact same card. It creates a really, really quick buzz, and it's very, very easy to do. Okay, so the very final trick on the DVD is called Breach. Breach is an impromptu card through glass. I don't want to say card through window because you do it morally on a glass table, well, if you just have to go paint a glass, that's what you would do it on. It's impromptu. There's no gimmicks or anything like that. It does require a little bit of practice. Basically, you just make the card go up through the table, and you make it go back down quite visually. It's all based on sleight of hand. Alright, those were all of the effects on the Dangerous DVD. Now, I want to, of course, review the DVD itself. The DVD quality and the teaching is, what I have to say is, it's top of the line. It's theory11.com. All the stuff they do is amazing, so I really shouldn't have to. The teaching, Daniel talks through everything that you need to know in order to be able to understand everything. You won't have a problem figuring it out and understanding all the methods and stuff. And of course, the obvious question is the tricks impromptu and are they practical? I will say this: every single trick that you learn in the DVD is impromptu. All of them, all 11 tricks are practical. All of them are based on sleight of hand, impromptu. Just, you don't need anything extra. Just, you got it, do it, learn it, love it, perform it. The difficulty within each trick, and what I really love about the Dangerous project is right before he shows you, like, the presentation, of course, teaches it, at the very top it kind of shows like a difficulty. I'm guessing it's like 1 through 10, 10 being the highest, 1 being the lowest, and you figure out kind of where, if it's a little difficult, if it's easy, and to be honest with you, a lot of the tricks that you will actually perform are quite easy. I will say like half the tricks on there require you to do one specific sleight of hand move. To be honest with you, it's risky. It's risky because you're kind of, without revealing too much of what it is, you're flashing a lot. But if you're able to, depending on where the audience is situated in, and as long as you can control your audience where you need to be, that won't really be a problem. So, and I was very, very afraid to actually use this move, but then I started using it, and to be honest with you, I haven't really gotten caught. I've gotten caught a few times doing it, and that's when I was just first learning how to do it and performing it. But it's really about confidence. If you're confident in doing this, you will get away with it 100%. But other than that, the difficulty with these sleight of hand things is very easy. The only things that are actually hard are the flourishing magic tricks, and that's only hard due to the fact that you're flourishing. Other than that, it's easy. Alright, so my personal thoughts on this, I perform a lot of this stuff, roleplay, angle zero, a whole bunch of other effects on this DVD. I perform it all the time. It's very, very highly recommended. It is amazing. I've gotten amazing, amazing reactions. In fact, one of my gigs that I did at a college over here last year, I finished my segment with angle zero, and that was definitely made a lasting impression on them. So I highly recommend this DVD. If you have no idea what the hell I've been talking about for like the last 10 minutes, I'll post a link in the description below where you can view the trailer and where you can also purchase this DVD if you are so interested in getting it. I highly recommend it. So thank you so much for watching today's episode of James Wise Magic Review, and I'll see you next time. Peace.